Hi everyone, welcome to Inside and Out Yoga and Meditation, where every day we help you reach your highest potential inside and out. I'm Emily and I'm going to be your yoga instructor. Today we're going to try to tap into something that's a little more difficult, but don't let that scare you. We're going to go into our subtle body, and if you don't know what that is, doesn't matter. It's still going to be a great workout, so let's get to the mat. All right, everyone, so as always, join me in whatever comfortable seat suits you best today. It does not have to be the seat I am sitting in, and just let your hands fall where they may. Maybe close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, and deepen the breath to arrive in this moment. If you've been following along, we're talking about connection this month, and last week we did connection to our physical bodies. But we're not just our physical bodies, are we? One of the overall goals of yoga is to connect back with our inner self, or our inner light, our true self. It has many, many names, and that is going to be what we are tapping into today. It's one of my absolute favorite practices because we're all born with this true self, and it gets kind of clouded and hidden by the things we learn in our lives, in society, the rules that are placed in front of us. But it's always there, and we can always access it if we have the tools, and luckily we do. So if your hands are just on your thighs, let's bring them to a mudra. And if you have your eyes closed, you might want to open them just for a moment so you can see my demonstration. You're going to be connecting your pinkies and your thumbs and the base of your palms, leaving the top of your palms open and all of your fingers open. This is Lotus Mudra. It's going to live at our heart center. And the use of this mudra, we use it as a tool to find that light, to tap into it, to open it up, to blossom it, just like the lotus flower blossoms in the muddy waters. So we'll maybe tap into a little bit of its power. So you can reclose your eyes if you chose to open them. Reconnect with that breath and with yourself. As always, the breath is our biggest tool to connect with ourselves. Feeling the openness of your fingers and letting that encourage the openness of your heart to yourself. At least in my mind, our true selves lives in our heart center. We'll continue to revisit this throughout the practice. So if you're not sensing anything now, don't worry about it. I mean, you might not sense anything at all. And that's okay. We don't want to bring in judgment that will continue to push away our true self. We want to let that go. We'll start our practice with a deep cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling it out through the mouth. Whenever you're ready, you can let your mudra go and slowly open your eyes and meet me in a downward facing dog. However long it takes you to get there, really plant the palms into the floor, spread the fingertips wide, maybe bend the knees and lift your hips a little higher. You can play with pedaling out through the feet, bending one knee and then the other. You can keep both knees bent, maybe sway your hips back and forth a little bit. Check in with your shoulders, really draw them down your back. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and take a nice slow walk to the top of the mat and fold when you arrive. Maybe clasp opposite shoulders and sway a little bit, releasing the back. Switch the crossing of your arms if you'd like. Bend through the knees, really plant the feet into the floor and slowly roll up to stand, rolling the shoulders down as you arrive. Taking a nice deep inhale and letting it go. On your next inhale, bring your hands above your head and exhale, fold forward. Right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot steps to meet it, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose. You can lower the knees or lower as one all the way to your stomach.
Lift the heart, baby cobra, and exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Inhale, left foot steps to right, halfway lift, spine long, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way once again, maybe hands touch, and exhale, bend through the knees and fold forward. Inhale, left foot steps back, quick low lunge, plant the palms, right foot steps to left, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to a plank, and maybe this time if you lower the knees, try not doing that, lower as one. Inhale, baby cobra, hug the elbows together, and exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, exhale, step it forward between the palms. Inhale, right foot steps meet left, hands on shin, spine long, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way, arms sweep overhead, maybe you look up, and exhale, let it go, folding forward. Inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge, plant the palms, exhale, downward facing dog, hips nice and high. Roll forward, rounded spine, plank pose, lower half or all the way this time. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Inhale, left foot steps meet right, halfway lift, and fold. Inhale, rise all the way, and exhale, fold forward. Taking these as slow as or fast as you'd like. Left foot steps back, right foot steps meted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a nice long plank, lower half or all the way. Up dog or baby cobra, up dog, straight elbows. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe when you arrive. Inhale, left foot to sky. Step it forward, low lunge. Step right foot to meet left, halfway lift, and fold. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms nice and wide. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Maybe take that lotus mudra. Maybe your eyes are closed. Maybe you connect with your breath. Inhale, let it go, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, fold. Step right back to downward facing dog. Find your breath here, find your base. On your next inhale, right leg rises, step it forward between the palms for a low lunge, spin the back heel down, we rise. Warrior one, your left toes are facing the upper left corner of your mat, hips are facing both the top of your mat. Find your lotus mudra at your heart center and bow forward to the inside of your right leg. Left arm sweeps up and back. You find yourself in a warrior two. You'll have to adjust through the feet here. I know I always need a wider stance. Flip the right palm, bring it up and back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back to a low lunge, then a plank, and moving through your vinyasa. And that could be a chaturanga, or lowering all the way, or skipping it all together. I'll meet you in down dog. On your next inhale, raise your left leg to the sky, step it forward, low lunge, spin that right heel down, toes facing the upper right corner of your mat, and rise, warrior one, lotus mudra at your heart center. Nice bend in the left knee, rooting down through the left big toe, really drawing that left hip crease back, dive forward with the mudra. Right arm guides you up and open, warrior two, adjusting the stance as needed, left leg still bent. Bring the left arm up and back, peaceful warrior, cartwheel the hands down, and flow through your vinyasa, whatever that means to you. You can always skip it all together. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes to sky. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge, spinning that back heel down once again. Rise up strong, lotus mudra, warrior one. Nice tall spine here. You can maybe take a little bend in that back leg if you need. Dive forward, devotional warrior with your mudra. This time, come all the way around to the back of your mat, warrior two. So we're looking over our left fingertips. Bring those fingertips up and back. Peaceful warrior. Adjust the stance so your right leg is now forward, peaceful to the top of your mat. And spin to a high lunge. That might be a little bit of a funky movement, but that's okay. You could do it. Lotus mudra at your heart center. Step your left foot to meet your right in a chair pose. Both knees nice and bent. Weight is in the right foot. Bring your left knee in. Plug the left foot into the right, letting the knee come out to the side. Tree pose. Continuing to hold your mudra if you'd like it. Let the left knee come forward and send the left foot back behind you, warrior three, keeping your mudra if you can. Maybe you'll fall. Gently step that left foot back. Peaceful warrior, right knee is bent. Cartwheel the hands down for a low lunge and take it away with your vinyasa flow, or skip it all together. Maybe take a child's pose. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. We have another chance to try it on the left side. Inhale, left leg comes to sky. Step it forward, low lunge, spin the back heel down, rise, warrior one, lotus mudra at your heart center. Really bending through that left knee as you dive forward for devotional warrior with your mudra. Right arm guides you up and open all the way to the back of your mat. So right toes are forward, right knee is bent, warrior two. Inhale, flip the right palm, bring it up and back, peaceful warrior. Spin the toes so the left foot is facing the top of your mat now, peaceful warrior. Swing that right arm to frame your ear, lift the right heel, high lunge, left knee is bent. Mudras at your heart center. Step the right leg to meet the left, chair pose. Really sitting back into your heels. Weights in the left leg. Picking the right foot up, maybe using your hand for help. And plugging that right foot in all the way up to the top of your thigh, or maybe it's underneath your knee and your calf. Bringing the right knee in from the side. Kick the right leg out long behind you, warrior three, and gently step it back, peaceful warrior, letting the mudra go. Cartwheeling the hands down, taking one last vinyasa if you'd like. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward, step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat and fold. On the inhale, rise halfway to a chair pose. Cross the left leg over the right. Left arm wraps under the right arm. Sit in your eagle pose. Single or double wrap. Single wrap would mean only your thighs are crossed. Double would mean your left calf is wrapping a little bit around your right calf. Can't say calf, apparently. Maybe you fold forward so your elbows meet your knee. Unwind, take a curtsy with your left leg behind your right and step it back for a low lunge, planting the left palm down, raising the right arm to sky for a twist. Let the right arm come back down, and maybe you take another vinyasa, or maybe you let it go. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward, step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat. Fold and rise to your chair pose. Maybe you take the lotus mudra in your chair. Weight is in the left leg, cross the right leg over the left, right arm under left, eagle pose, Garudasana. Really rooting down through the right, or rather the left big toe, both hip creases drawing back. Maybe you fold forward. Play with your wraps here. It might be different on each side. You might be able to do a double wrap on one side or a single wrap on the other. Let it go, curtsying back behind you. And taking that low lunge on the other side, right palm plants, left arm comes up to the sky, left leg forward. Step it back and lay all the way down on your tummy. Press back to a little child's pose and come to find a seat. Letting your legs come out long in front of you, nice long spine. Bring your right knee in for a hug. Plug it up into your upper left thigh, just like tree pose here. And gently fold over your left leg. Fold only as much as your body allows today. Could be different than yesterday. Maybe your hands come to your calf or your ankle, or they wrap around your foot. And slowly roll back up. Bringing the right knee back in for a hug and letting the leg go out long. Switch the legs. Left leg gets a hug, plugging that left foot into the upper right thigh and folding over the right leg. Breathing here, maybe closing the eyes. This is when we start to slow down. Maybe thinking about how that mudra resonated with us. Slowly roll back up, bring the left knee in for a hug, letting it go out long. And you could stay where you are. I'm just turning to the side so you could see me, letting the legs go nice and wide in a bit of a V. And again, as deep or as shallow as you'd like, fold forward. Wide-legged, seated, forward fold. I like to stack my fists here so it gives my head something to lean on. Maybe you have a block or a pillow or a couple of pillows, maybe even like a tissue box or something. Keep your toes facing to the sky. Maybe you have a little bend in your knees. Finding your breath and slowly rolling back up to your seat. Shaking out the legs, letting them be long in front of you. One last forward fold to connect to our inner self. Folding over both of your legs. Maybe your knees are bent. Hands can rest on your thighs, your shins, your toes, anywhere you'd like. Wherever your fold is, tuck your chin to really come into yourself. Maybe close the eyes if you haven't already. And slowly roll up, back to seated. Come to lay on your back for our final pose, Shavasana. Finding your deepest breaths here. And any kind of thoughts you had or discoveries from your mudra work, let them go here. Just be. I'm going to give you some time with yourself, but trust I'm still here and we'll end our practice together. If you'd like to come out of Shavasana, take a nice deep breath. Slowly step the feet in so the knees point to the sky. Roll over to your favorite side and gently come up to a seat, maybe with your eyes still closed. Maybe your hands come to heart center. Maybe you take your Lotus Mudra one last time, letting your inner self truly blossom. Namaste.